to make sure I know where it's going. All right, well, let's get started. It's 11:31, and like I said, I want to be very respectful of everybody's time who is showing up today. So welcome to today's webinar, Engineering Your Path to Success, a Promotability Formula. I'm very grateful to the Society of Petroleum Engineers Gulf Coast section for hosting today's event. And I'm definitely very glad for you joining me for this because we will be talking about some important principles to advance in your career and in life. Today's session will run about an hour, probably not quite, depending on how many people show up today. But the first 40 minutes, we'll walk through the presentation, and then we'll have a brief Q&A time, and then we'll wrap up to gather your feedback from today's event before we close, okay? So I already know something about you all who have showed up. I am pretty confident that you are the kind of people who want to succeed in your career and life. And the reason I am so convinced, you're probably sitting there wondering, well, how did she figure that out so quickly, right? Well, the reason I'm so convinced, here you are, actually showing up for a webinar that's all about how you advance in your career. Just a bit about me before we get into today's content. I've been in oil and gas for about 25 years, and my roles have mainly been within the accounting and commercial functions. But I worked very closely with the cross-functional teams and supported the operational side of the business in that way. And I also led teams throughout my career. And recently, I've taken that experience of leading and developing teams and launched my own business, which is focused on building strong leaders. Now, I have to tell you, when I started early in my career, I was very focused on just being the best I can be, just standing out and being exceptional at everything I'm doing. And I think that that's absolutely necessary for us to get far in our careers, right? To make a big impact. But what I learned through some hard and necessary lessons is that is not the only thing that is going to sustain progress and growth. Okay, and the content that we'll share today, it's based on what I have lived and learned over my career so far. So let's dive in.